Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Janet Crescent.
And I'm Justin Riley, and we're at Bachman's Pools and Spas, and we're going to talk about hot tubs today while we're here. So we're standing in front of a hot springs hot tub, and it's beautiful because it's got really cool light coming from it. I just noticed that now. But we're going to learn a little bit about hot tubs from Fred and Kaya. They're going to talk about that today.
You know, we've filmed in front of this before, and I thought this was the same one, and apparently they can hardly keep them on the floor because this one was just set up last night.
Yeah, yep.
So,
because they sold one and then they had to move another one in its place.
And that one too.
Yep, yep.
One thing I've learned I thought was pretty interesting is they have a testing room here where you can bring your swimsuit and actually give it a go and see the features.
Try before you buy. It's important. It's important to do that. But they have a big sale coming up. I'm going to let Fred and Kaya talk about that at the end of the show, but they've got a big sale coming up with some really great financing options that you're going to want to stick around and listen for. So
yeah, they were actually pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
We're not stepping too far out of the hot tubs. We're talking with Bill Teagan from Little Stroke Swim Academy. And one thing I like about him is they really encourage the little ones that they teach, the kids that they teach, the real swim strokes, the Olympic swim strokes.
They teach only competitive swim strokes, so it's a very different philosophy from other swim schools, but I think that's kind of what's led to his success, is because he does things a little bit differently, and it's really kind of a more logical approach. So.
Well, I think it's like anything, maybe you just teach it right from the beginning.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. Why not? If you can, why not?
Exactly.
We're also going to talk a little bit of Halloween arts and crafts with Kim from Fired Up Pottery.
In chatting with her ahead of time, she was talking about a Harry pottery mug that you can make at her studio. So many clever things that she's so good at helping you make and take home later on.
And great with kids. I mean, the whole 9 yards. It's just a great family fun destination. So that's coming up right after the break here on Wisconsin Family. So stick with us.
And welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Today we're filming at Bachman's Pools and Spas, and today we're talking hot tubs, but not just yet. Right now we're getting creative, and with me is Kim Stanfield McMillan. She's the owner, and I'm going to say creative person extraordinaire, and I mean that in every way, from Fired Up Pottery on Monona Drive. Thanks for joining me today, Kim.
Thanks for having me.
And I always love everything that you bring. She's really, truly creative and fun and so good at what she does. Today it looks like Halloween.
It is all about Halloween.
Okay.
It's the second largest holiday in the United States, right behind Christmas.
I can believe Christmas would be number one, but I wouldn't have been sure about number two.
Oh yeah, it's especially with the say under 40 set, they really go out for Halloween. It's really fun.
All right, so get me started here. What are we looking at?
Sure. Well, we have products from for all ages. So, for example, I did a handprint. It's my handprint. It's not a baby handprint, not for once. But we can turn them into pumpkins. We can turn.
You can turn this into a pumpkin?
I can, and I can turn footprints into ghosts. I can do all sorts of cool things with little kids' footprints and handprints. But we also have little things for them to paint. And like this dish here, it has a little outline of a jack-o'-lantern already in it. Thank you so much. And so, you know, it's kind of like paint by numbers. It's not hard. And also we have different samples that show you not everything has to be just orange. I mean, you can jazz it up a little bit. So it's kind of fun stuff. So everybody loves the holiday. It's fun to put out the decorations. So that's what we're all about.
I'm especially admiring this one.
Oh, it's lovely.
Tell me about this. Yeah.
Sure. That's a sugar skull. And this one in particular is a light up sugar skull, which means that it comes with a light bulb kit, and when you get it and you paint it, we'll give it back to you with the kit already in it. So all you have to do is plug it in and turn it on. And all the light comes out of all those carved out holes, all those cutouts is what we call them. And it's really lovely, and you can paint them in all sorts of really cool colors. And that one's also like a paint by number because I don't know if it shows up on TV, but embossed in here is also to design. So you can kind of say, oh, I want to paint this part purple, or I want to paint this part blue. and you
sort
can
of like
have a lot of fun with it.
Like a 3D coloring book.
It is, it really is like a 3D coloring book, and there's a reason why that craze is so popular. Is it's really relaxing. It's one of the things that people don't realize until after they've left the store. Is we had a great time, but it's not really only about what you take home. It really is about the experience that you've had uninterrupted family time, talking to each other while you paint, and there's something about being busy with your hands that lets the emotions and the thoughts and the connections come out. So there's
Just
a lot
flow.
of good conversations that come out of the store.
So if people want to say, again, the sugar skull's really cool.
Awesome.
If someone would want to paint that, is it a class that they come, or do they just come in onesie twosies?
I love that question. So you come in when you have time. We're open 7 days a week from 10 to 7 o'clock, although we're open till 9 on Thursdays and Fridays. And so we're ready when you're ready. So you can just come in by yourself or with a group.
So you can just show up?
Just show up. Yeah, you don't have to schedule a class. It's super easy.
And could a family actually just show up?
A family can just show up.
Wow.
Yeah. We sort of want people with more than 8 people to ask us in
8.
advance. Yeah, that's a magic number. That's what fits around the table. So
That seems fair.
Yeah.
We should give her some heads up.
Yeah, we don't always. Sometimes we get unannounced birthday parties coming in on a Saturday, and it's like, oh, okay, scramble. But it's fine. We'll always make it work.
I did read on your website that birthday parties are really awesome at your place.
They are.
Big hit.
Yay, we got rated #1 on Hula Frog. Yeah.
Yeah, so congratulations.
Thank you.
You should keep that in mind.
Thank you.
This is a far cry from the days when I did like the hand turkey
Yes.
thing. So, but you said you can do babies or kids or anybody?
We can do any ages. So with babies, we have a little trick. It's called the disappearing tablecloth trick. It's so you would paint the hand with a sponge daughter, put it down, and then we have a plastic card underneath. So what I'm going to do is I put my hand on top of this is the baby's hand, put my hand on top of it, and somebody pulls the card out, and that's how we get little kids to not clench their hands. So what we do is we put a plastic layer underneath their hand, between their hand and the pottery, and then just pull it out, leaving a hand with a handprint.
You're so clever.
I didn't invent that one, I just stole it. It's all good. It's all good, yeah.
When I was looking at your website, there's also fall items like football. Really cool badger plate with badger footprints around the edge.
Absolutely.
I thought that would be
Green Bay Packers,
Yeah.
Wisconsin Badgers. We've had some families do a plate with 2 different teams. One half
seeing-
likes one team,
Like
and
the Vikings,
one half
maybe.
likes the other team. So you can have a customized plate, and it's fun like that.
So if someone comes in and say paints the pumpkin or does the football plate, how
Sure.
soon can they actually take it home? Because you have to cook it.
We
right?
do. We have to put it in the kilns. It gets up to 1,900 degrees, and it stays in there for 2 days. So it's not an instant return. So we say about 7 to 10 days is when you get your pottery back.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Lots of great gift ideas and fun party ideas and just good family time. This is at Fired Up Pottery. They're on Monona Drive, and this is Kim. She's the owner. Thanks so much. We'll be right back right after this.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas, and we're going to be talking spas today. Hot tubs, I should say. We're
Hot
talking
tubs.
hot tubs because weather's cooling off, and of course, we want to warm up. But from hot tubs to swimming, we are now joined by Bill Teagham of Little Strokes Swim Academy. How are you, Bill?
Good. Smells like a pool in here, so that's kind of nice.
I always think it
right at
smells like
home. Yep.
I always think it smells like vacation because you go to a hotel and they bleach everything and it just
Right.
kind of like, oh yeah,
Yep.
I feel relaxed
Yep.
here. So
Bill,
Sounds
did,
good.
did you see that Justin tried one of those, what do you call it? The
endless spa.
the
I did that a couple
I
of weeks
didn't
ago.
see
a couple months
that.
ago.
I have to look at that
I'll
clip.
send you
All
the
right.
footage. Maybe we
All
can
right,
roll
how'd it
that
go?
right now.
Did you
It
get
was
sucked in, right?
terrible. Fred said that his dog swims in a more straight line than I do.
Okay, all right.
So
All right,
yeah,
fair enough.
I could use some tips maybe from
Hey,
him.
I've never swam in one, so I should
yeah.
try it.
So obviously we are into September now, and school has started for just about everybody now. How are your little girls' first week of school?
They are loving it.
Yeah.
my middle daughter actually has my oldest daughter's teacher from last year, so that's
Okay.
pretty sweet. We already
That's
kind of
awesome.
knew the routine, and
Yeah.
she's amazing. They're over at Prairie Elementary in Wanakee, and my oldest is in first grade.
Okay.
Second's in kindergarten, and then the little one, we call it, she started baby school
Yeah.
on Tuesday. So yeah, it was a pretty big deal. She
Yeah.
did really, really well. Day 3 though at drop off, it was a little bit sad.
Sure.
So she kind
Yeah.
of knew the routine, and she was like, "Oh no, they're gonna leave me now."
Right.
So, but
Right.
I get that at swim lessons too. So anyway, they're all doing great, and
Right.
yeah.
I always wonder what's worse. I mean, like you see your kid crying because they miss you and they don't want you to leave, or when they say, "Okay, goodbye, Daddy, I'm going to go off to play now." Because what breaks your heart more, you know?
right, exactly. So it's definitely a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
But the house is pretty quiet now too.
Yeah, get stuff done. That's kind of nice.
Well, you
Not
brought
constantly picking up after everybody.
Right.
You know?
you brought up a really interesting point that being a parent and seeing your little ones off gives you some empathy for the parents and the kids that maybe get dropped off for your swimming
With-
lessons.
That's a good point.
Without a doubt. I hire a lot of former swimmers that are parents. We have a very mature instructor set now. One, because they've stuck with me for a while, but two, I mean, they have a different insight. When you're a parent, you understand what the parent's going through up there on deck, and it's important to be in tune with that. And I with my younger instructors, because we do hire a few, I really have to explain that part thoroughly, because it's important to see it from that perspective.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're actually looking for instructors right now, aren't you? At Little
Yeah,
Strokes?
yep. I'm always looking for instructors. Honestly, if somebody's highly qualified, I'm going to snatch them up. We'll create time for them because it can just make our program better. So we're always hiring for that. But our newest thing that we're hiring for now is we really need a water aerobics instructor. We need somebody to come in, once or twice a day. Is kind of a part-time gig. We have mostly seniors that are interested in water aerobics right now, but I think if we got somebody earlier in the morning, maybe we could catch some parents before work, something
Sure.
like that. So I'm very interested to hire a water aerobics instructor. That would be
Okay.
awesome.
There you go.
That'd be very good. And any new staff that you're featuring this fall that you just are new hires?
I hired a guy named Dustin Gilbertson. He's from up in Superior, Wisconsin. He swam all through high school on club and swim team on high school as well, and really good little swimmer when he was little.
Yeah.
Now he's going to school at MATC. Looked for a job here in Wanakee, and I was like, oh my gosh, absolutely. So he's great with kids, and he's going to be on the schedule. He's training this session, and going to be on the schedule for fall 2, which starts end of October. And then we also hired a new office staff. Heather Bartels is
Okay.
going to be occasional weekends and probably Monday and Friday, it looks like, in our evening office. So we are hiring for office
Sure.
help as well.
So it sounds like that's an add-on to what you had already had in place
Yeah, well...
versus like replacing somebody who...
Well, no. We are actually replacing somebody that
Okay.
went back to school out of town. So
Okay.
so we are scrambling a little bit right now, but
Sure.
we're making it work.
Yeah. So send in your resume, right?
That's right. That's right.
So fall enrollment starts, you said October? Oh, wait, you can enroll now.
So we have been enrolling for fall 1. We are starting fall 1 this week, and that we kind of always have open enrollment as the session goes on. If we have open spots, we'll prorate it for you. But the big thing is if you're thinking about swimming this fall and you can't find a spot for fall 1, fall 2 just started. Fall 2 enrollment just started, and that's coming up quick. So.
Can we put the two together, so instructors and your enrollment, and that you teach kids like the Olympic strokes, because you feel it's important, even the little tykes, correct?
Yeah. So our program is based on competitive swimming, my knowledge of competitive swimming, and it's being conveyed to little kids. And so the same principles that apply to the little ones apply to older swimmers too, in terms of balance and breathing and overall body position, and then adding the strokes from there. And so we teach the 4 competitive strokes to keep it simple. We don't do any side stroke or elementary backstroke. We just do the 4 competitive ones.
Yeah.
Sometimes we've had parents say, "Hey, can you teach them elementary backstroke?" Sure, we'll do it for you. But like in general, we stick to the 4 competitive strokes. And I just had my first 2-year-old doing a legal butterfly the other
wow.
day, so that was pretty amazing.
That
I was
is awesome.
pretty happy about that.
You're puffing your chest up for
yeah,
that. That's pretty
absolutely.
Cool. That's
That was impressive.
Bill Teagan from Little Stroke Swim Academy. We always enjoy having you here. So
Thanks.
Don't go away. There's more Wisconsin Family coming up after the break. Stick around.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We've been here at Bachman's Pools, Spas, and Saunas over on South Stoughton Road, and I'm really excited because it's hot tub time. We're here with the owners, Fred and Kaya Bachman, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And thank you for having us here, I should say, as well. So we're talking hot tubs today, and a lot of people think that maybe it's getting a little cold. I don't know if this is a good time to use a hot tub, but really this is probably heading into the cold months. This is the best time to use a hot tub, is it not?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, I think it is.
Yeah.
When it gets cold out,
Yeah.
and you sit out underneath the stars, it's just the cool air. It just feels great sitting in
Yeah.
a warm hot tub. And people think, when it gets really cold out, January, February,
Yeah.
that it's too cold to use. When actually, I think that's the very best time because in the wintertime you get that cold chill in your bones,
Right, yeah.
and it's a little cold getting in, but it's worth it.
And getting out.
Well, we make it really easy to get
Yeah.
in and out of the hot tub. We got spring-loaded cover
Yeah.
assist cradles, they call
Yeah.
it, to make it real easy to get in the hot tub.
Sure.
And then you slide in, you're really warm, and it raises your core temperature when
Right.
you sit in a hot tub. And when you get out, you're not cold at all. In
Yeah.
fact, you stay warm because your core temperatures come up.
Wow, yeah.
You stay warm for hours afterwards.
Wow.
So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you don't feel cold when you get out then.
No, not at all. You're
Wow.
warm. You're used
So,
to it.
it's interesting because in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't have room in my house for a hot tub, and I don't want to be outside in the winter, but you really can be outside. In fact, that's the best time to be outside in a hot tub is in January, February.
93% of our customers have their hot tub outdoors year
Wow.
round. And very
Wow.
few of them winterize them. I know
Yeah.
you're asking about that. Some people do because they're snowbirds, they go to Florida.
Sure,
So
yeah.
yes, we do winterize them for people, but
Right.
people that stay here, of course, that's the best time to use it, I
Yeah.
think. And
And you were telling me about how the hot tubs that you have here really do a great job of maintaining temperature even in sub-zero weather. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't notice a change in temperature at all.
we've sold a lot of hot tubs over the last 32 years,
Yeah, I
different
bet.
brands, but we've always sold Hot Spring, and I always keep coming back to Hot Spring for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
They are the most energy efficient hot tubs on the market. Industry leader, always have been, foam filled. They're the only hot tub that we've ever sold that we've never gotten a complaint about them dropping temperature. In January, February, you can sit in this hot tub on the lake with wind at 20 below zero, and it won't drop a half a degree in temperature. You can sit in the hot tub endlessly. You don't have to worry about. And everybody that's ever used a hot tub, once the water drops below 98.6 degrees body
Yeah.
temperature,
Yeah.
the party's over.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
Good point.
I know it would be for me.
Right.
So I'm thinking about the cover, and they look heavy, and I'm wondering how hard it is if you're doing this by yourself.
Well, we have a cover lifter removal system. It's called the Cover Cradle 2. It's not like other lift systems out there. It actually allows you one person, one-handed,
Yeah.
to simply lift that cover lift system. So if it's just you in the hot tub, you're not going to have somebody else try to help you to put that on.
Boy, that would really increase your odds of using it then
Absolutely.
if you don't have to have help.
Yeah.
Especially in the winter when you're, aiming to get back inside pretty
Yep.
fast.
Absolutely.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
Well, it also helps, if you can, to locate your hot tub somewhere near a door.
That's true.
So you don't have to walk 30, 40 paces
Right, yeah.
to get to
I'll
it.
put mine out in the woods, I think. So let's talk a little bit about cost, because I think some people may be concerned, okay, it's doing a great job of keeping the water temperature at a pleasant temperature all winter long. How much does that cost typically?
On our larger hot tubs, we guarantee it to not be more than $25 per month in energy
Okay.
consumption, and that's an average over the entire year. But that's a 500-gallon, 6-7 person hot tub.
Right.
In the summertime, it's around $16, $17 a month. In the winter,
Sure.
it might be as much as $30, $32 in January and February. But
Yeah.
again, if anybody has ever owned hot tubs before, we've had horror stories of people coming in saying that the poorly insulated ones are upwards of $100 a month
Wow.
to
If not
operate.
more.
Just to keep
Yeah.
them warm. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And imagine keeping that cover on is a big part of that, or no?
Well, the cover's an important part when you're not using it, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a refrigerator, you know.
Yeah, but the rest is
Right.
due to the insulation of the tub itself.
Correct.
That it's so good at maintaining
The hot
that.
spring spas are fully foamed and fully insulated. A lot of our competitors out there will use that against us and say that they didn't. All their manufacturer did was take a shortcut. Hot spring spas does not take shortcuts. That's
Yeah.
why they are leading in the industry.
Sure. You get what you pay for, really, when
Exactly.
it comes down to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's talk about some specials that you have going on right now and why now is a good time to buy. And also, if you could talk a little bit about some of the selection, the different options that you have depending on what needs people have.
Sure. Right now, through September 25th, we have an instant $1,000 rebate that's actually being given by Hot Spring Spas. And we are also offering 60 months, 0% with payments for 60 months. This is definitely the best time of year to buy coming into the winter. It helps our winters go by a little better.
Right, yeah.
We have a very large selection of hot tubs. We have a 1-person hot tub, or we got the 10-person hot tub. And we have a budget in between all of that. So depending on what your budget is, your size, we can help make that decision for you.
Wow, okay.
And when I was walking around, you have a room where you can actually give it a try.
Yeah, we actually have a mood room. Our customers come in, they try out the spa. It's kind of like you buy a car. You test drive that car. You
Why
can come
not?
into our store and sit in a hot tub and try it out.
And I think it's worth mentioning, I think, Fred, you wanted to mention a little bit about the health benefits of, it's more than just a feel-good experience, but there's some real significant health benefits to having a hot tub.
Well, besides the obvious of sitting in the hot tub and getting hydrotherapy to
Right.
soothe your sore muscles. and,
Right.
But yeah, it's like a sauna as well. Raising your core temperature tricks your body into thinking it's in fever mode.
Oh, wow.
And when you're in fever mode, your body naturally produces more white blood cells.
Okay.
And white blood cells, Dr. Oz talks about this.
Okay.
and white blood cells, that's your body's
Weekdays at 7 p.m.
white blood cells is your body's defense
Right.
against all disease.
So you haven't been sick in 40
No,
years?
actually, I really don't get sick very often. I really don't.
Yeah,
you know.
got that good white blood cell count.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I contribute a lot of it too. Yeah.
Can we
Right.
briefly mention that you actually have used ones where people maybe trade up or change, and that might be a way for someone really on a budget looking to get started?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
You
we always have we take trade-ins year round, and right now we have 4 or 5 used spas available. We almost always have some used spas available. We refurbish them. We put a guarantee on them, and they're mostly always hot spring spas, so you know that they're reliable and will last a long time.
That sounds like a good deal.
It sounds like a very good deal. Well, we always learn so much here. There's so much to learn about these different products in the industry. So thank you so much for the education. And it sounds like you've got a lot going on. So
Yeah,
we
thanks for
appreciate you
coming.
having us here.
This is going to be a really great sales event. Great offers, good pricing. Yeah.
We're excited to check in with you guys next month. This has been Fred and Kaya Bachman of Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas. We're a Wisconsin family. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
The beat, clap your hands, let's take